Zhang, it's all yours. You can start to talk.
Yep, I'll just share my video. Sorry about that. Can you see the slide?
Yeah, we can see the slide.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, and good morning everyone from the UK, and good evening from in China. Welcome to the SU JS 2021 workshop. I'm John, and I'm assistant professor from the Department of Architecture and Built Environment from the University of Nottingham. I'm one of the research coordinators and organizers for the workshop, and I would like to thank you for participating and attending in this workshop. Today, I will be briefly talking about the Collaborative Proof of Concept Prize and the available funding and the requirements. So initially, we received funding from the Newton Fund, British Council, and from China as well, to support several researchers and early career researchers to travel to China and participate in a face-to-face workshop. However, due to the current situation and restrictions, as already mentioned in the welcome speech, and also the difficulties in traveling, we have decided to change the workshop into an online mode via Microsoft Teams. Since the UK participants will not be traveling to China, we have requested for the budget to be transferred and instead to cover the cost of dissemination, such as conference proceedings, and also collaborative proof of concept prize. So so what is this about? So the first aim is to provide financial support for young researchers collaborating on a proposal relevant to this workshop topic, which is post-pandemic built environment. And second, funds will help to initiate and kickstart collaborative ideas, which will potentially extend to publications or future projects or funding collaboration between different groups or researchers from the UK and China. So the details of this prize is detailed, and Ling has sent several information about this. But overall, the proof of concept prize will be awarded to 2 to 3 groups composed of young researchers from UK and China, PhD and researchers who have graduated from their PhD for the last within the last 10 years. The workshop will allow young researchers to brainstorm on the potential collaborative project ideas, and also to bid for a proof of concept collaborative award, as I mentioned before, up to £6,000. So we will be awarding 2 to 3 groups. And the main thing about this is the proposal, which I'll be showing in the next few slides, should be submitted at the end 30th September. And decisions will be announced around mid-October 2021. So to register your interest, you can go to the links sent by Ling, or you can go to the website that we have, which shares the form, which is about 2 to 3 pages, and you have to create an account. It's advisable if you're looking for partners to go to the website, and we have a forum there, and I advise that you can post there or talk to the different participants who posted their ideas as well, or their intention to submit, so you can find partners if you're from the UK or China, and find who would be interested in your project, or which project are you going to be interested in. So this will be judged by several of our chairs who are working with us in this workshop, and there's 3 judges who are confirmed now, and there will be more later. And as I mentioned, the form is about 2 to 3 pages, and it's very easy to complete. But the main thing is you need to find your partners. And as I mentioned before, you have to send this by the 30th of September to Ling. You can see the email there. And if you have any questions, you can ask by email, or you can send by the WeChat if you prefer that one. As you can see here, you can see the questions. It's a very brief form which talks about a summary of your proposed research, what is the timelines and key deliverables, what is the cost, so you need to show your budget, the target results, and potential future outcomes. And the important thing is to talk about the statement of development impacts, so relating it to the overall aims of the ODA, and also the capacity building. So how will this workshop contribute to your professional developments or also your team? And how will you further extend this project by applying for funding, for example? You can demonstrate it in this forum. So Ling will be sharing the forum and will be showing some of the participants who have already registered their interest on the forum. So Ling, can you please share your screen?
Everyone. So I'm going to just go through the some of the introduction we have in the forum, because not all of them are able to be speakers today because we have limited time. So I've asked for interested parties to actually key in some of the introduction about their backgrounds. I mean, this is just my own example, so I skip it. So starting from Xudong Zhao, I think she's a PhD student with the University of Nottingham and doing architectural theory. And her research will be in relationship between people and space. So there's the information on her email and LinkedIn page if you'd like to connect with her. So we will actually be sharing the email list of everyone after the workshop, so you can connect with each other. Or if you like, you can also come to the forum. I'm not sure if she's here today and she would like to maybe say hi. I don't think so. Right. Yeah. Move on to the next interest app. So I have another one, introduction from Lakshmi. She's a senior research fellow in future cities at Anglia Ruskin University in the UK. And she's an urbanist with a background in architecture and urban planning. Lakshmi, are you in the call today? Do you like to introduce yourself? No? Okay. And moving on, we have another two more. And Zhe Yu, she's from University of Leeds. She will be starting a postdoc in Sun Yat-sen University, so she'll be eligible whether she's in Leeds or in China, so that's good. So her work will be about tech knowledge communication in the context of Sponge City in China. And she's interested to explore use of serious gaming to engage, educate, and communicate with stakeholders in Sponge City, especially targeting small business, flood resilience, and recovery. So are you in the call, and do you want to do a quick introduction of yourself? Okay, I think I saw some of them in the call. Maybe they're a little bit shy. It's okay. I'll just finish this up.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, okay, good, good.
I don't know what else to say, but thank you for reading out my introduction, and thanks to Pretty that brought this to my attention. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'll just go through the last one, which is Yupeng Wu from China. She's a fellow, Marie Curie fellow in University of Nottingham, and she's working on novel integration of radiative cooling into photovoltaics thermal panel in building by applying spectrally selective micro nano coating. So her interest is in solar energy and radiative sky cooling. So Yupeng Wu, if you're in the call, just maybe you can turn on the mic and say hi to everyone. And if you want to introduce yourself a little bit more.
Hi, from Nottingham. Yeah, I'm Yupeng Wu from China, and I'm very glad to attend this workshop, and hopefully I can collaborate with other researchers. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I mean from the forum we have this few introduction. So other speakers and audience, if you are interested, just feel free to pop by the forum, introduce yourself. We'll try our best to find a partner for you. If you cannot, just drop us an email and we will see if we can connect you to someone. And yep, so we'll be circulating the email list so that everyone can talk to one another if they find an interesting area that they would like to collaborate with. So that's all I have for now. Let me stop sharing. Maybe we can proceed with the next talk. Let's see if it's working.
Thank you, Lin. Professor Yuan, are you ready, or you want to forward to something?
Right now it's okay for I will invite Javed to share his screen for me, and I will briefly introduce the international collaboration here in Tongji.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, it's all yours.
Okay, thank you. Thanks invitation and organization, a great organization from Sino-UK and join Symposium and gave opportunity to young researchers to bridge the collaboration between UK and China. I would like to briefly introduce over the past 10 years, and we actually established an international collaboration platform named DigitalFUTURES. Actually, the event is started from 2011, and my co-PI or collaborator, whose name is Neil Leach, who is also from UK, graduated from Cambridge University, and he's right now the visiting professor here in Tongji University, and also he's teaching in the States as well. And over the past decade, Tongji has set up and host this special event, DigitalFUTURES program, from a small local event and all the way to the global phenomenon that is all together here for today. I think the culture we set up is kind of workshop based. It's very similar to the event today. About DigitalFUTURES, DigitalFUTURES is educational initial launch in 2011. And actually we organize or set up an open education platform, and consists of workshops and lectures, conference and exhibitions hosted over the summer months from the end of June to the middle of July by Tongji University. And the instructors actually we invited is from all over the world. The leading schools of architecture have been invited to run workshops. And workshops, interestingly, before the COVID, will physically all the participants coming to Shanghai, and the leading instructors were invited, actually traveling from different countries coming to Shanghai and meeting all the students here. So it's a very important event. From this, we actually set up a kind of culture which is very productive. It will also spawn a series of books, publications, and also we have a peer-reviewed journal named Architecture Intelligence, and which is about to set up this year, and also based on this special event. We actually start an international PhD program from 2017 as well, and that is also based on this workshop model and collaboration platform. Every year we have a special topic. The first year topic is DigitalFUTURES, which is right now the name of the special event. And afterwards, every year we invite different keynote speakers, and including Andy Clark, who is a very important philosopher from UK, and also invite like Anthony Picon from Harvard GSD, Mi-Jing Yun from Cornell, and Philip Yuan from ETH Zurich, and so on. So it's interesting. The platform becomes international platform exchange different knowledge. And before COVID, 2019, for example, we invited more than 300 tutors and participants coming to Tongji. We meet each other from different continents. but the maximum is based on the scale of our auditorium. So that's around 300 to 400 people participate to this event. And every year we do different kind of evidence-based mock-ups or pavilions, including this bridge. Over the past 5 years, every year we in the workshop will build a bridge, which is based on this kind of carbon fiber or 3D printing technology to test different kind of future technology in architecture, to bridge different kind of knowledge to architecture discipline. So this is 2019. Next. And you can see a brief event introduction over the past 10 years. So that is quite international collaboration based on the conference, seminars, and workshops to help the young generation learn the new technology. Also to understand the knowledge is not built just by university, but could be learning or exchange from the global perspective and learning from different university, different institutions. So this is pavilions we build every year, and 7 to 8 pavilions we build inside the university. And also we have some interesting simulation or this kind of VR technology to produce different kind of futures in architecture. And I think technology is crossing different disciplines, including robotic fabrication, including this kind of sensoring technology, and to testing the climate change inside some micro scale over the on the scale of campus. And also we have some interactive cyber technology we try to test by different kind of technology. So you can see this kind of pavilions we build inside our school, and also some exhibitions we held over the past 10 years. So this is a special chart which is showing the great change when we made the COVID in 2020. Before the COVID, for example, 2019 we have around 400 people participate, but when 2019 we're facing with a special difficulty, and people still, our friends from all over the world, sending emails to us showing their wish to participate to this event, but it's impossible to meet each other. So we are going to online and set up DigitalFUTURES.org, which is the online platform, and we try to invite the people to set up the workshops onlinely, and to try to make it more global. So for example, you can see 2020 we have 75 workshops, and go to 2021 we have 109 workshops around the world. So for example, this year we have 258 instructors, so which is spreading including 45 countries and 134 institutions, and 10 hubs around the world, including Africa, including South America, and also Europe, China, States as well. So you can see it is a global view of Digital Futures, including all the interesting university around the world becomes the members of Digital Futures. And also this is the chart showing the countries who participate in Digital Futures and institutions who participate over the past 10 years. Next. And also we have a diverse academic background, not only architects, but also we have the students from engineering, science, computer, and material science, urban planning, and other disciplines as well. And also background of the participants, not only undergraduate students, but also we have different kind of PhD students as well. So that is the participants in the last 2 years. So that's a big change over the COVID. We go from offline and totally to a hybrid online or offline workshop model. And DigitalFUTURES is starting from Tongji University, but right now it's not just from Tongji, it's a global event. Every Saturday we'll have an online event, every Saturday night, 10 o'clock in China and like 6 o'clock in UK, and early morning, 8 o'clock in the on the west coast of the States. And we'll invited different speakers, keynote speakers, and the young scholars to make discussions on different topics. We name it seminar model every week. So over the past year, we have more than 65 events, weekly events, and more than 100,000 viewers participate to different panel discussion or participate to different events. So that's the huge amount of people become the follower of DigitalFUTURES. Next. And also different continent, not only Asian, Europe, but also South America. You can see, which is including different countries around the world. Next. Next. This year, we also make interesting counting the data and the background of the participants, because organizer is here in Tongji, we have the maximum from Tongji, but you can see also UCLAA from UK have a big number of students participate, and including HIT from Harbin, Tsinghua University from Beijing, and also you can see Google from University of Yale, MIT, FIU. We have different participants all over the world. So that is the platform, workshop platform globally, and connecting the researchers to each other, which is like a democracy of the future research model. And then the knowledge is not belong to only the high rank university, but also to Africa, to South America, and including Russia, different universities. The students can freely participate in the weekly event and also yearly participate to the summer workshops. So we try to set up an open model for the online and offline hybrid learning model to all the students who are interested in architecture and built environment. So that is a brief introduction of the events. And hopefully, and also we are looking forward to welcome the more people to check the Bilibili and the YouTube site digitalfutures.org, and which on that platforms on those platforms you can see the different talks and panels and conference, which cover not only the physical research of architecture, but also online technologies crossing different disciplines. That is the online exhibition we're showing this year in Tongji, including different pavilions. This is a pavilion special solution designed by RMIT group of people, and also this is especially in Tongji, the of DigitalFUTURES. Okay, next. So DigitalFUTURES is also very productive, not only by different events and talks, but also including these publications. We published more than 20 books. These are the books from Tongji University. And from this year, we try to set up a special, not magazine, but this is a journal we named Architectural Intelligence. So which will start from the beginning of next year. And we collaborate with publisher Springer, and hopefully we invited all the researchers to contribute your research to our the workshop-based or the evidence research-based model of the technology in architecture. So that's the brief introduction of our event. Thank you. So you have also the YouTube channel, DigitalFUTURES.org. So this is an example, last one I briefly introduced. That is 28 days we have more than 22,000 viewers to participate or to check and to see our videos on YouTube. And next. So this is a Fab Union platform and a Bilibili platform in China. Next. Also, we have the fellowship of DigitalFUTURES. Right now, we have 5 fellows. Mette Thompson, who is the leader of the CETA in Denmark, and also Professor Mike Xie from MIT, and Professor Reti Marcopolo from IAC Barcelona, plus Professor Philip Rock from ETH Zurich, and Professor Achim Mangus from ICD University of Stuttgart. Next. And we are luckily got award from one of the most representative association named Acadia, based in the States. The Award of Excellence Innovative Academic Program, and both me and Neil Leach, we organized the events more than 10 years. Next. And this is a manifesto. Briefly, this is a sharing education content and platform. And secondly, this is a digital platform, not only onlinely but also offline, and not only on the technology perspective, but also the cultural, the new humanism, which is the cyber humanism or post-humanism we try to set up on this platform. We try to address the broader ethical and social issues, such as environmental concerns, within our ever-evolving and highly technology culture. Next.
No.
Okay, thank you so much. I briefly introduce DigitalFUTURES platform, starting from Tongji University, but right now belong to the whole world. So I'm looking forward to your concern and all your participate, and also your advice to DigitalFUTURES in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Yuan. I think we are a little bit behind the schedules, so we allow 2 questions over here. Has anyone got any questions here to Professor Yuan? Okay, if there's no question, I have 1 question. So Professor Yuan, can you talk a little bit more about how you started the platforms, and also how did you maybe secure the fundings for the initial start? So that might help those early researchers to understand if they want to do something similar, so how they can start.
Yeah, I think over the past 10 years, China have a big leap forward, and also some design groups, including Tongji Design Group, which is a brother research group of Tongji University, who gave us long-term support to invite the top researchers from all over the world to participate to this event. And secondly, we try to set up an open or sharing culture to invite a lot of expertise who are interested to contribute their research to the whole society. So I think that is based on that kind of individual contribution, but also the China big groups, including Tongji Design Group, give us a lot of support. So, and that is a kind of culture we try to establish, and sharing or free education. And I think that's the kind of culture we're trying to build. And in the future, we're looking forward to have more some young companies, like we are trying to persuade some some very small company right now, but in the future they're based on the technology, will help us also give their contribution to the society as well. So that's the model we try to build. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Yuan, and let's thank him again for his introduce and share his experience in the digital platform.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's welcome our next speaker. Oh, someone has a question here. Okay. Zishang, you can ask a question. Someone with hand. Okay, maybe someone clicked the wrong button. It's okay. Thank you, Professor Yuan. Okay, let's welcome Professor Xudong Zhao and Dr. Zishang Zhu from Hao University. They all from the Sustainable Energy Center from Hao University. The center has a very good experience. I mean, in collaborations in both UK-China project and European project. Professor Xudong Zhao is a fellow in European Engineering Council. And Dr. Zishang Zhu, he's also a deputy director for the center. I think due to some reasons, Professor Zhao cannot give a talk today, so Zishang will just cover all the topic. And Zishang has well established as a young researcher, and he has received more than 7. And while he is leading one of the European project moment. His research funding accumulated more than like 2 million, and he has published over 20 papers. So let's welcome Zishang to give a talk about the collaborations, his center, and also his own experience. Thank you, Zishang. I'm handing to you now.
Thank you. Thank you for Jack for introduction. I just want to check, can anyone see my screen sharing now?
Yes, we can see it clearly.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon, everyone from UK and from China. My name is Zishang. I'm here on behalf of the Center for Sustainable Energy Technologies from University of Hull, UK. I really appreciated that you invited us to share our recent research progress and our recent international research collaboration experience to everyone. Unfortunately, Professor Xudong Zhao, because of his personal reasons, he can't be here today, so I will cover all the content on behalf of our research center. So the topic I'm going to discuss today is the advanced clean energy technologies in international research collaboration to combat the climate change. So in this speech, I'm going to briefly introduce ourselves, and I will talk about our recent research projects, which is co-founded by UK and China together. And at the end of the session, I'm going to give some of my personal thoughts about the changes after a pandemic. Right. So firstly, I'm going to introduce who we are. CSET is the Center for Sustainable Energy Technologies. We are established recently. We established about 3 years ago in the University of Hull, and we covered about 6 topics, including renewable energy, energy efficiency, sustainable buildings service technologies, and we also cover smart energy system, energy storage, and also the distributed energy system for smart cities or smart districts. During the 3 or 4 years establishment process, currently we have 7 academic staff, and we have 2 administrative staff, 1 technician, and currently we are supervising 8 PhD researchers. We are quite good at getting research fundings. In the past, we have led or participated in 61 research projects, and we have completed 40 engineering consultancy projects. We claimed more than 10 patents, and we have supervised 35 PhD students and 28 postdoc research fellows. And also, since last year, we developed one MSc course, which is also about the renewable energy technologies. And also, we published more than 200 papers, and we published 9 books. So this is what we have done in the past few years. So here, in this session, I'm going to share some, I'm going to basically introduce 3 of our recent research projects, which is both funded by UK and China. The first project I'm going to share is about low carbon heating topic. Its name is the Building Integratable Solar PV and Thermal System for Space Heating and Hot Water Power Supply. It is funded by Innovate UK, EPSRC, and China MOST. And the second project I'm going to talk about is about cooling. It is the low energy dew point cooling for computing and data centers, which is co-funded by European Union H2020 and China MOST. The third project is about the city or district level smart and green management. So the project name is Advanced Carbon and Energy Management and the Eco Design Platform for Urban District, which is funded by Innovate UK and China MOST. So I'm going to briefly talk about all these projects, and also I'm going to discuss and talk about the I'm going to talk about the following events, following activities, and the following benefits coming from these fundings and coming from these projects. Okay, the first project is the solar PVT system for space heating, hot water, and power supply. We have a partner. We have partner from University of Hull, Primary University, and we have partner from University of Science and Technology of China, and we also have one company in China and one company from UK. So this is a project team. At the beginning of the project in UK, we did the system simulation, and we developed a 6 kilowatt system at our university lab. I'm not going to go to more technical details because it's a time limitation, and also the organizer reminded me that I need to go through everything quick to save some time, because we're already running late in this session. So in this project, we developed a 6 kilowatt system in our lab, and then we got experience, we got the design experience, and we got the simulation result. Based on this knowledge, we developed a larger scale system, a 10 kilowatt one, in Shanxi province in China. And we, based on this advanced design, we finalized the final 20 kilowatt, a large scale system in Guangdong province to provide the heating to a public building. What we got from the research is in the final 20 kilowatt system, we have 60% of the 60% increase of the electrical efficiency, and 50% increase of the thermal efficiency, and more than 70% of overall efficiency. The benefit of all this excellent performance, this project won the 2019 UK Newton Fund Prize finalist award. So I think all we can say, we have achieved something in this project, but this is not the end of the project, because after the project ends, we continually benefit from this project. We benefit from the successful of this joint research, and we benefit from the project promotion opportunities by the Newton Fund. So we got some following fund and some real world impact. So after this project, we got another about 2 million fund from UK BERS to allow us to further development of this technology and enabling its UK application. So based on the technical based on the technical principles, we did some further research and development to make the system more UK applicable. And using this fund, we developed two prototype and two demonstrator. One in the University of Hull campus, which is a 20 kilowatt one, and another larger scale, 100 kilowatt one, is installed in the Hull City Library to provide zero carbon heating to the library space. And another following up action is this technology is now being applied to Hull City Council halls to test its real-world performance in achieving the net zero housing. Currently, we have installed two systems. We have installed this system to two council houses, and we have got good feedback from the people who living in the council house. So because of this good benefit, good feedback, and we really see the huge energy saving from the system, this system has been put into the development plan of Hull City Council houses in the next year. So next year, we are happy to see about 100 council halls apply this technology. Right. So this is about the heating. Then I'm going to talk about some cooling technology, which is also funded by UK and China. So this is the low energy dew point cooling for computing and data centers. This is Marie Curie. This is the European Union Marie Curie Actions Research and Innovation Staff Exchange Project. Although the funding is from European Union, UK partners has participated in a very important role. We have three UK partners. The first one is University of Hull, and we have MPS Group in UK, and we have DCA, which is a Data Center Alliance in UK, and also we have many Chinese partners, including Tsinghua University, China Academy of Building Research, Shanghai Jiaotong University, Guangdong Technology University, and Taiyuan University of Technology, and also a Chinese cooling manufacturer, which is Sino-UK. So also this project is match funded by China MOST. So using this funding, we have developed a new low energy dew point cooling system for the computer centers. Because all we know that the computer center is developing rapidly all around the world, and is consuming more and more energy, not only from the IT equipment. Actually, majority of the energy consumption is from the cooling. It's from the cooling demand to cool down the IT, cool down the CPU and GPUs. So we have a few innovations in the dew point cooler system. We designed a new heat and mass exchanger to allow a higher exchange rate, and we designed a high water absorptive and diffusive wet material to create enhanced water absorption and diffusion in the heat exchanger. And also we developed an intermediate water supply scheme to control the water supplies to the heat exchanger panels. And also we have optimized the fan structure to control optimize the airflow in the heat exchanger. So benefit from all these improvements, we did 4 case studies in different cities, different climate zones, different climate area. We can say that in all the climate areas, this system can save at least 88% of energy, and we can achieve a really high COP and really high coefficient of performance. We can normally achieve at least between 35 to 55 COP, which compared to the traditional compressor chiller, the COP will be 3 or 4, we are like 10 times higher COP than the traditional compressor chillers. So benefit from the successful of this joint research cooperation, we also get following funding and the real world project. We about 2 years ago, we got about 1 million funding also from UK BERS to allow us to further develop this technology and to apply it to UK. We got this 1 million funding to allow us to install a 100 kilowatt dew point cooler demonstrator to the whole City Council data center, which you can see in this picture. The whole data center, whole City Council data center, it was cooled by the traditional compressor chiller. Now we have replaced them with our new dew point cooler. And during the monitor process, we are very pleased to announce that we can save at least 90% of the energy from cooling. And also, another following activity from that fund is we got funding from European Regional Development Fund to allow us to install a 8 kilowatt dew point cooler demonstrator in the University of Hull campus to provide cooling to our own data center. So this is a real world picture. We put the dew point cooler in a shipping container as a demonstrator site, so the local business and the other researchers can visit this site to share this knowledge. During the long term performance monitoring, we can see that we at least achieve average COP about 37, and sometimes we can achieve the maximum COP about 56. So this is really something astonishing. It's not the data from lab. This is data from a real site in the real world operation conditions. So in this project, we can save at least 95% of the energy from the data center cooling sector. And also, we are not only doing some lab research. We also using this funding to help, trying to help to put this technology into market. So we also did something about the standardization and the commercialization of this technology. For example, we tested the bacteria, especially the Legionella bacteria in the ventilation system. Because someone may have a concern that the dew point cooler, because it uses water, they probably encourage the growth of bacteria. So we did this test, and we also we developed a relevant test standard to make sure this new cooling technology is fully compliant with UK building standard and health and safety standard. So by doing this, we are actually after we got the funding from European Union and China, we actually have many following up actions to apply this technology to more areas, and also we can using the funding to really promote the application of this technology, to promote this technology to more local business and the manufacturers. Okay, the third project I'm going to share is called Advanced Carbon and Energy Management and Eco-Design Platform for Urban District. This project is co-funded by Innovate UK, Newton Fund, and the China MOST. It is delivered by University of Hull, China Academy of Building Research, Guangdong University of Technology, and a UK company which is NPS Limited. So in this project, we're trying to develop a cloud-based green design optimization platform for small cities or the green district area. We developed 3 tools. The first tool is urban or district carbon management tool. The second one is energy management tool. The third one is urban or district green planning and energy system auto generation and optimization tool. And we integrate these 3 tools to an online platform to encourage more users to use it. So this is the interface of this platform. We can say the users can simply select an area and input the planning requirements, like the green area ratio or the aspect ratio or the main building area, and how many people you want them to live or work in this area. So you're going to draw area on the map, and you can input the planning criteria, and then this system, this online platform, will automatically generate the buildings in the area. They're not going to generate one. They're going to generate thousands of planning options for you to select, and all the advantage and disadvantage of each planning solution is listed for you, so the planners or designers can select by their own preference. And also you can change the design parameters of the typical buildings in the area. So basically, we're using this platform. It can generate the district plan automatically using a genetic algorithm, and also we develop a real-time 3D visualization interface, so the users can view and check each design easily. And then all the design solutions, all the district planning solutions is being given to energy and carbon estimation core, estimation 2, which is powered by the local big data and the neural network. So associated with each planning solution, we can also say the energy and the carbon emission for this planning solution in the next 5 years, the next 10 years, and then we can also analysis where the energy consumption and where the carbon emission coming from, whether it's coming from HVAC or it's from lighting or it's from other equipment in the building. So this allow you to say allow you to give an overview for the whole area, whole district energy consumption, and also allow you to check the energy consumption or carbon emission for the typical buildings in this area. So this is basically this platform. It is open sourced, and we have put it online and encourage more design institutes to use it and more researchers to try out it. After this project, because we recognize we have a quite access of this project, we got following real world project. After this project, we have started to working with Hull City Council to apply this green district design platform in UK in the council house area, and also to integrate it into the existing smart city management system in Hull, which is developed by Siemens, to help achieve the 2030 carbon neutral goal. And also we applied this technology, we applied this platform in the planning and development of a University of Hull campus, helping the university in the development of University 2027 carbon neutral roadmap. So what we are feeling is that once you get funding from UK and China, once you can successfully deliver your result, you will have some interest from your local authority or from your local business. You will get follow-up fundings and opportunities to further develop your technology. So this is basically the research project I'm going to I would like to share, and after that I'm going to give some of my personal thought of the new normal in the post-pandemic research collaboration. This is something from my personal thought, based on my experience in the last 1.5 years after the pandemic. Most of the issues I raised here, I have no answer to it, but I just want to discuss this with everyone, and we can work together to solve this problem. I think the first one I'm going to say is the strategic impact from the pandemic. Of course, everyone has a feeling that during the pandemic, the increase of research funding for energy and sustainable field was slowing down during the pandemic, because that is very reasonable that more research funding goes into the medical and public health sector. But that is a short-term thing. I believe the increasing will continue after the pandemic. And but the problem is, after the pandemic, my personal feeling is that compared to the pure energy research, more funding will be injected to the energy and carbon-related application area. For example, to the low-carbon building or city, or low-carbon cars, or low-carbon factories, due to the huge pressure from the carbon-neutral goal. For example, UK have its own carbon-neutral goal, and different cities have its more aggressive goals. For example, Hull City Council have a carbon-neutral goal in 2030, and Nottingham City Council have the carbon-neutral goal in 2027 or 2028. And also our university have our own goal to achieve carbon-neutral in 2027. So this is a huge pressure from carbon-neutral goals that will put more funding to technology promotion, standardization, and commercialization to accelerate the application of the technologies. And this is some technical impact from the pandemic. During the pandemic, I think all the researchers from Europe, from UK, has a feeling that the logistic blockage has caused a delay in the research project delivery, especially for any work need any equipment from continental Europe or any production from Asia. That is not only because of the pandemic, that is also because of Brexit and all other this kind of issues. So during the last 1.5 years, almost all our projects was delayed at least half-year time. So my suggestion is early planning is really needed. When you start develop your research idea, you need to consider the factor of logistic blockage. And also another current difficulty in the international travel caused the ineffective communication between the research teams. Although we save some money, we save some budget because we don't need to travel between different countries, so we save some traveling budget. But this is also caused a problem because the demonstration or the case study in other countries has to be done by the local partners or by the third-party companies. We can't do it by our own now. So this is leading to increased cost and uncertainty in the demonstration and the cost study quality. And also the last point I would like to discuss is the political impact from the pandemic. I think a lot of researchers in UK have a similar feeling with me that although the UK and China countries have invested more in the cooperation in this green building and city and renewable energy area, but currently the lack of mutual trust in politics after the pandemic has led to some difficulty in research cooperations, such as in my previous project, we are facing difficulty to obtain the building and energy big data from China local government. This is something very common when we try to get big data from China. Some data is very sensitive because any data that is relevant to the real location of the building and the real energy consumption of the building will be seriously considered by the local authority as a sensitive data. Because that is understandable, because any data, any real-time data or any hourly energy data relevant to a like, let's say to an office building or to a factory, we can use that data to analyze what is the people doing in that factory or in that office building. So I think the local authorities see this as a risk to expose this information to the foreign researchers. So it's always difficult to obtain the energy and and building big data from China local authority. And also, we have the same problem in UK. For example, when I try to apply the green design platform in UK, it is also difficult to convince the UK local government to make them to completely trust our green city platform, which was partly developed by Chinese partners and also funded by China MOST. So they always have a concern that your calculation core may have a black door or some other risk to their city management. So as I mentioned before, this is the issues I faced after the pandemic, and I have no answer to this. This is something we need to discuss, and we need to solve it together in the future. Right. So this is everything from me today. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Zishang. I think again we are running out of time. We only have one questions, and also I saw there's a question posed by Lin. So if I read out the question, then Zishang, please help to answer it. So Lin said that thanks, Dr. Zhu. Thanks for sharing many of the collaboration research your group have with China. From your experience, do you have any specific advice for early career researchers on how to initiate collaborations with universities in China, and where would you be good? Sorry, and where would be good starting place to look for such collaborative funding?
Thank you for the question. Thank you very much for the question. To be honest, I understand that it is not easy for the young researchers to do their first step to start the collaboration with China or with other foreign countries. But there are fundings available. We have Newton Fund, especially set to encourage the international collaborations in UK and other ODA countries. And we have fundings from British Council, like this workshop. This is the first time for me to attend this workshop. I organized 2 workshops before in year 2017 and year 2018. One in Chengdu, one in UK in Hull. My suggestion is, even I know it is not easy to apply this funding because it's highly competitive. But even so, you need to try, because no matter you successful get funding or not, during the organization and application process, you will know a lot of researchers from your partner universities, and you will know different young researchers and the mentors from this area. So even the application is not successful, it's also a great opportunity for you to build your own network and let other people knowing you that you are working in this area and you are trying to build the network. So more people will come to you automatically after the application. And even if you didn't successful in this year, next year when others apply the same scheme, they probably approach you to ask you if you would like to join them. So by this way, you need to try it again and again, year by year. Finally, you will establish your own network with your partners in different countries. I know the process is not easy, it's tough, but this is something everyone needs to go through.
Okay, thank you. I think one more question. I mean, I understand that there are some few more questions, but we're running out of time. I just read out one more questions from an Antiker. So he asks, the research in thermochemical energy storage, despite satisfactory of experimental materials performance, application to prototype reactors often fail in exploitation. What is research not getting right? I think maybe this question is it's too technical and not really relating to this session, but I think we can discuss this during the break. Let's thanks for Dr. Zhu and also Professor Yuan for their talks. And then, I mean, I can see there's a few questions over there. We can keep discussion either through the chat, or you can talk over there. Oh, thanks for them again, and also for John talking about the prize.
Thank you.
Hi, can I just interrupt for a short moment, because there's one more question from Nottingham Sitting Council. I think it would be relevant. For the rest, maybe you can make it a quick one.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. I want to thank Zishang for his presentation. I'm the assistant portfolio holder for housing and planning, and here it's for Nottingham City Council. So what I would encourage Zishang to do, if he's experiencing issues or problems in the link with Nottingham City Council, if you have already contacted them, feel free to send me an email. Feel free to add my LinkedIn. Be in touch, and I'm happy to help you with your research if I can, in terms of liaising with the council. There is a lot of learning to be done by working together, and I think it's hugely useful that you're doing what you're doing. So get in touch, and if I can do something to help, I will do. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind support. Thank you. I live in Nottingham, although I work for University of Hull, but I have been living in Nottingham for 10 years. And last year, I attended the Nottingham City Council's, I think you have a sustainable development workshop or something to encourage all the researchers and the local business to attend your workshop or training session. I attended that session, and I managed to spoke to one of your building portfolio or low carbon managers. I can't remember the name, but yeah, let's keep in touch and let's find more opportunities to work together.
Yeah, thank you, Zishang. Thank you, Pablo. Yeah, let's have our break, and we'll come back in 20 minutes for the 15 minutes for the.
We will have a 30-minute break, so just for us to be able to eat and have tea. So we come back at 12:15 p.m. UK time, 7:15 in China. For the next session.
Okay, thank you, Conrad.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Jack, for chairing this session. We appreciate it. Thank you for all the speakers. So we come back in 30 minutes. Again, 7:15 p.m. China time and 12:15 p.m. UK. During the break, if you want, for the speakers in session 1 and session 2, if you want to try your screen sharing, you can try it now during the break. And see you in 30 minutes. Have a nice lunch and dinner. Bye. See you later.
We are now at Tongji University,